Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Knights basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. Tonight we're at Huntington, where your Knights will take on the Huntington North Vikings on a cold February evening. But it's warm here in the Huntington gym. The Knights 9-10 coming into this one, having lost their first NE8 game against Columbia City at the Castle last week. Huntington North, another NE8 opponent, comes into this one with a record of 13-7 overall. Columbia City controls their fate in the NE8. If they win out, they will take the conference championship crown, if I recall correctly.
Yep, they're playing Leo this evening for the title.
Tonight, the last NE8 game of the year, but a couple weeks left in the regular season for Norwell. After tonight, Norwell will have a home game next Tuesday evening against Bishop Luers. That's, I can't remember, did they play them last year?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think that's a new game on the schedule.
Yep.
Then they'll have Jay County coming into the Castle next Friday night, and that will be senior night at the Castle next Friday, as that's the last home game on the regular season schedule. Then to wrap up the regular season, the Knights will travel to Fort Wayne Snyder, a very good opponent, on the 23rd. That's a week from next Tuesday, and then a week from next Friday night. They'll wrap up the season against former conference opponent Homestead at Homestead High School. But tonight, the Knights take on the Huntington North Vikings, who are having a successful first season under head coach Craig Teagle, who moved up here from Jay County and brought his style of basketball with him, although he has turned the Huntington North Vikings loose on a couple of occasions, as they are averaging 56 points per game and have scored 80 on one occasion and 70 on another, which is highly unusual for a coach Craig Teagle coached team. They typically want to play the game in the 30s and 40s, and they've had plenty of those on the season. In fact, their lowest season was against Columbia City in a loss at Columbia City, 41-27. They've also had a couple games in the low 30s as well. The Knights, on the other hand, averaging 57 points a game, not quite as much as what a Randy Hawkins coach team normally does, and that's just via a lack of offensive firepower output of season. These two teams have played 17 times over the last 30 years, Norwell leading the series 9-8, and they come in a significant under tonight, as Harrell has predicted a 64-47 Huntington North win. Norwell with a couple of tough losses their last two times out. As we mentioned, the loss to Columbia City last week at home. Prior to that, they took it on the chin, as my internet is moving extremely slow right now. Let's see if we've got any issues here. Yep, our backlog is full. So if you do have any difficulties viewing the broadcast, hang in there with us. What will happen is the computer will reset. You may have to refresh your screen, as we definitely have a backlog issue with our wireless connection here at Huntington North this evening.
Yeah, the game that you were talking about, Greg, before Columbia City was against East Noble. The Knights got beat 50-71.
That's right.
But then before that, they played against Wayne at Wayne, and they won in overtime 55-49. So Norwell, they lost their first 4, won their next 4, lost their next 4, won their next 5, and now they're on a 2-game losing streak. So I guess we'll really have to see what Norwell is going to put on the floor tonight, as Levi Leidig will actually be starting the game instead of Cole Wilson. He has a knee injury, but he still will play tonight. They're just being very careful about that knee.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about that Wayne game. Wayne this past beat him in overtime, so that's looking a quality win. But as you guys mentioned, two games in a row, they kind of took it on the chin.
Well, we're just about set for the teams to head to the locker room. We'll take a quick break here from a couple sponsors and be right back.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals
turning out to be a pretty quality win on the road as they took down Homestead this past week to hand Homestead their first ever SAC loss, which is a little bit of a surprise in the SAC in Fort Wayne. Homestead not a favorite in the preseason in that conference, and that was just their first loss.
Injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences. Some have made large investments in equipment, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lawrence Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrencebodyshop.com.
Welcome back to the Huntington North dancers out on the floor. I like it. I really do. Highlighter yellow tops with black highlights.
Are you saying you don't like Norwell dancers' outfits?
No, I love those. I only like these. Both teams in the locker room, as looks like we're going to have some pregame festivities here outside of the normal sportsmanship announcements and national anthem. I don't see a band. Oh, yeah, there's the band for Huntington North. Opposite corner from us.
During the halftime, I heard that they're actually going to do the Special Olympics, so that should be quite a treat to show on Wales County Voice. I've heard multiple schools have been doing that recently, and it's a great thing for the community to just keep doing, and just something to strengthen the community as well.
Will that be at halftime?
That will be at halftime, yes.
Okay, so that means I saw that they did that, I believe it was at DeKalb, where they have Special Olympics participants play a little scrimmage.
Yep.
During halftime of the varsity game.
And I know Homestead did that also a few weeks ago as well.
Yeah, we'll certainly run some live pictures for you of that. In the meantime, both teams getting set for the start of this one. Talked about the fact the Knights on a 2-game leak right now. Well, welcome back to Huntington North. Public address announcer here at Huntington announcing the starting lineups. We'll join him.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the starting lineup for head coach Greg Teagle's Huntington North Vikings. First of all, a 6'5" junior, number 45, Chaz Bruce. 6'3" junior, number 42, Hunter Norwell. 6'11" junior, Sam Doherty. 6'11" senior, number 3, Connor Platt. And rounding out the Vikings starting line tonight, 5'11" junior, number 1, Luke Howard.
Once again, those starters for your Knights, the visitors on the Subway scoreboard this evening. It's number 10, Cody Shively, number 12, Ian Kissel, number 15, the freshman, Levi Leidig, number 30, Colt Rinkenberger, and number 32, Bray Wilson for head coach Randy Hawkins. For Huntington North, the home team, it's number 1, Luke Pulver, number 3, Connor Platt, number 11, Sam Doherty, number 42, Hunter Hollowell, and number 45, Chaz Bruce. Chaz Bruce listed at 6'5", 245. And Bruce easily wins the tip, although it's stolen by Cody Shively. Shively will set things up against what appears to be a man-to-man here by Huntington North. That is Coach Teagle's M.O. I don't recall him ever playing a zone. As the Knights work against this, what should be a pretty tough Huntington North man-to-man. They are more than willing to play defense, and they will control possessions. Coach Teagle always been happy to win a game 22-20. Not exciting to watch, but he's had a lot of success with it. As Bray Wilson gets the scoring started, a long three. That's a good start for the Knights. In fact, Coach Teagle, overall, 339 wins against 197 losses in his 24th year of coaching high school basketball. You won't see this Vikings team take a hurried shot. They will pass it around the defense for a long time, as coming up with a block there on Sam Doherty was Colt Rankenberger. Good defensive play. The Knights allowed Doherty to drive the baseline, and it worked out. Good help defense there by Rankenberger as the Knights set up their offense. A minute and a half into this one, and only 2 possessions between the two teams. That's going to be a blocking foul on Luke Pulver, first of the game on either team. The Knights will inbound under their own basket. Ray Wilson handling those duties. And finds Levi Leidig underneath. Leidig misses the layup, but the rebound found its way out to Bray Wilson. That'll be an assist for Bray as he finds a wide open Ian Kissel. That was a lost coverage by the Vikings there. As a foul's going to be called quickly here on Cody Shively, his first of the game. Team's first for Norwell as well. 5:59 on the clock here in the first quarter. And that's Connor Platt handling the ball, number 3. Connor, a senior, listed at 6 foot 175. Pretty familiar with him, aren't you, Noah? Nice turnaround shot there by Hunter Hollowell to get Huntington North on the board.
Yeah, I am pretty familiar with Connor Platt. When I was in middle school, I played right alongside him And you know what? He's always been one of Huntington North's best players. He is a great ball handler, and if you give him a wide open three-point shot, he is not afraid to take that at all, and he will usually make that. I know he was wanting to go play college somewhere, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
Good defense there by Huntington North on the drive by Levi Leidig. Connor Platt actually knocked it out of bounds. It'll remain Norwell's ball. He reminds me a lot of Ian Kissel in the way he plays the game, just a little bigger than what Ian is. As the aforementioned Ian Kissel with the basketball being guarded by Luke Pulver. Tonight's up 6-2 here according to the Subway scoreboard. And Norwell will be patient with a quick lead here. I doubt that they press the pace. If it had gone the other way in the first couple of possessions, that may not be the case, but Norwell being extremely patient as the clock down to 4:40 here in the first quarter.
And it seems like Huntington North, they're playing a good man-to-man switching defense.
Yep.
I mean, they're switching on about every single pick that is being put on them. And that's a good game plan by Huntington North.
Yeah, I believe so as well. These teams, not that much different from it. Ray Wilson trying to drive, finds Cody Shively, and Cody Shively good from beyond the arc. The Knights 3 for 3 on three-pointers. They're 3 for 4 overall. Levi Leidig's the only shot that was blocked. Oh my goodness, passing up a wide open three-pointer was Pulver. Instead, he'll shoot the elbow jumper and knock it down. And Huntington North's 2 for 3, I think. The only shot they missed was that drive that was blocked.
Yep, you're right.
So very good shooting here to start this one by both clubs. Levi Leidig needs to get rid of it. Finally does to Rinkenberger, and Bray Wilson will reset the offense for the Knights. 3:30 here left in the first quarter. The Knights holding on to a 5-point lead. The pace of this game gives us a chance to talk about a lot of things. IU with a big win last night. That's a missed shot by Bray Wilson. Pulver pulls down the rebound. Up ahead to a wide open Hunter Hollowell with a miss, but Doherty pulls down the offensive rebound, and the Vikings will reset. Bruce kicks it out to a wide open Pulver, and Pulver brings the Vikings to within 2. Good give and go play there by inside out play by the Vikings. Leidig handling it up top for Norwell. Down to Kissel with the basketball. Rickenberger coming well out from beyond the three-point line, probably to try to draw Bruce out, which kind of evens up the rebound height-wise situation. Bruce by far the tallest player on the floor, listed at 6'5", although Hunter Hollowell plays a little bigger than his listed 6'3". That's going to be another foul. I think it's going to go on Luke Pulver, and if it is, it'll be a second.
Well, and also Bruce is definitely the strongest one out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell by the size of his arms that he is not afraid to get physical.
Listed at 248. First subs of the game, Cole Wilson in for the Knights, and in for Huntington North, it's Patrick Miller. Patrick Miller, a 5'9" junior. Cody Shively, a quick three off the inbound from Wilson. Wilson with another assist. The Knights with another 3. And they are smoking hot from outside right now. 2:07 left in the first. Underneath is Bruce, and he travels. I think if they hadn't called traveling, I think he stepped on the end line. So that'll be the first turnover of this basketball game.
And that was a great job by Colt Rinkenberger. He wasn't putting his hands out wide. He was just playing a slide-along defense with Bruce.
Did a good job of moving his feet. As we tick under 2 minutes here in the first. And our broadcast seems to be hanging in there. Kissel. Boy, Cole Wilson passed up the wide open 3. Now Shively on the drive, the floater short. Rebound controlled by Hollowell, and he'll slow it down and leave it for Connor Platt. That's Hollowell for a long three. A little quicker shot than what we normally see, and on the offensive rebound, Doherty's going to be fouled. That'll go on Cole Wilson, and it'll be his first. Riley Stauffer will check into the lineup for Norwell, replacing Colt Rinkenberger.
Yeah, both teams with 2 fouls. With a minute 20 left to go in the first.
Underneath Bruce, and good defense by Riley Stauffer with the help to kind of force a bad shot from Bruce, and Kissel blocked and stripped on the shot. Hollowell throws it up for Doherty, blocked by Shively. Good defense by Cody. The Knights now with a couple of blocks in this one. Cole Wilson up ahead of the pack, throws it away. That'll be the first turnover on the Knights. Quickly the other way, Connor Platt, he misses. And we'll see what's called here. A jump ball. It'll be Huntington's basketball.
Yeah, Connor Platt was definitely not happy that Ian Kissel was getting in on the ball. He ended up slamming the ball down, and it's a good thing he caught that ball when he slammed it down, because if it would have been above his head, that would have been an automatic technical foul.
Most likely, as 40 seconds left on the clock here in the first quarter. I would imagine Huntington North's going to hold it for one shot to end the quarter. 30 left. Hollowell was handling it out front. He handles the ball pretty well for his size. Listed at 6'3", 155. That is a thin junior right there.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot, almost 6'1", and I weigh 150, so I know exactly what that kid is feeling like.
7 seconds. Hollowell finds a wide open from the wing, number 31, Luke Stroud, who came in on the last dead ball. And the Knights with a 5-point lead at the end of one quarter of play here at Huntington North. We'll take a break and be back after these words from Daniels Jewelry.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniels Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniels.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniels Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Well, here at Huntington North, Norwell with a quick 12-7 lead, and they shot lights out in the first quarter, Noah.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I don't believe they missed one three-pointer in that first quarter. And
yeah, they missed one. Bray Wilson missed
one. Was that a three? I thought that was a long two.
It might have been. I thought his foot was beyond the line, but you may very well be correct. I was not watching the official. The Knights starting with the basketball here in the second quarter. 2 Wilsons, a Kissel, a Shively, and a Stauffer out there for the Knights. That's the lineup that ended the first quarter. For Huntington North, that's Hollowell, Platt, Bruce, number 33, Nolan Betterly in there.
And also Luke Stroud.
That's another miss. This one by, I think that was Shively on the shot.
Yeah, that was.
All the way to the basket was Betterly, and on the miss, they're going to call it over the back foul on, I believe, Chaz Bruce.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was very surprised that the official wasn't blowing his whistle, but then he finally did, as Sam Doherty comes back in for the Vikings for number 45, Bruce.
That's the third team foul on Huntington North here in the first half. The Knights with just 2. And Sam Doherty is going to have to go back to the scorer's bench. I'm not quite sure why.
The official handed him the ball, and then it was already inbounded.
Gotcha.
Then the horn blew, and he checked in too late.
So he's going to have to wait till the next dead ball to check in for Bruce, who remains out there. There's another long three by Cole Wilson this time. Off the mark. That was Betterly with the rebound. Betterly, a 6'2 junior. And the lid really on the basket right now for the Vikings. Kissel thought about the three.
Vikings are shooting 25% right now.
Wilson lost the handle, but it was out of bounds off of Connor Platt, so it'll remain Norwell's ball. Now Stroud comes back in for Huntington North. Also for the Knights, Leidig back in there, replacing Cody Shively. 6:40 left here in the half. Wilson, the looping pass to Kissel, and Kissel will set it up for the Knights. Now Leidig. Leidig has a propensity to try to drive. Still working on his outside shot. But he's just a freshman.
Yeah, and really this year he hasn't shot a lot. He's only done quite a few layups, and that's what Hawkins really likes about Levi. He's one of those guys who is short, but he is not afraid to take it into the hole and get some contact.
Well, and he's built pretty good for a freshman. He drives again, gets blocked again, this time by Hollowell. And that's the issue when you're trying to drive at 5'6". This is at 5'8" in the program.
5'8", oh wow.
We'll give him the difference. We'll call him 5'7". How about that?
Let's do that.
You know what those roster sizes can fluctuate depending on a lot of different issues. I remember when Josh was a freshman, Coach Waybright weighed him, and he was like $125, and he said nobody on the varsity is going to weigh less than 140.
Yep.
So that's what they listed him at. And Ian Kissel with another wide open three for the Knights. The Knights really shooting well from beyond the arc to this point. Less than 5.5 left in the half, and they've got an 8-point lead. You won't see any panic, though, in these Vikings. The pace of play was busy there for a couple of possessions, and that was about it. As Connor Platt, with his first shot, answers Kissel's three.
Norwell is 5 of 7 from beyond the three-point line so far, so that is definitely a great stat, and if they can keep that up, you know what, they'll really be ahead of these Vikings and just be able to compete with them.
Yeah, and it's certainly a situation where the Knights are much improved over their outside shooting performance over the last 2 ball games. Well, a little bit of miscommunication there as Bray Wilson expected Riley Stauffer to cut to the basket, and Riley was flashing to the arc. In for the Knights, Riley Stauffer and Colt Rankenberger. 4:34 left here in the second quarter. That's Betterly well beyond the arc. On the drive is Platt, and Connor Platt starting to exert some influence here in this one. Connor on the year averaging 13.2 per game, as we appreciate the season stats provided to us here at Huntington North. Levi Leidig with the putback, gets it to go. Nice offensive rebound there. Good timing on that jump. Under 4 left here in the second. Hollowell leaves it for Betterly up top. Connor Platt now on the wing. He's being guarded by Ian Kissel as Colt Rinkenberger knocks it out of bounds. Bray Wilson will check back in for the Knights, replacing Riley Stauffer. Also for Huntington North, Chaz Bruce re-enters for Nolan Betterly. Hollowell with a huge height advantage out there on Levi Leidig. Although I'll bet you Leidig similar in strength to Hollowell. Pass underneath to Bruce. Bruce bowls his way to the rim and knocks it down over top of Colt Rinkenberger. Huntington North hanging in there. That's the thing, when the possessions are so limited, it's tough to get a comfortable lead against a squad. Norwell's biggest lead, 8 points. That was at 15-7, I believe.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. And, I mean, that's a great game plan when you're going down to Bruce, the biggest and strongest guy out there.
Good ball movement by the Knights.
It's really hard to just compete with that when you don't have anybody like Bruce. But that's a great shot by Ian Kissel.
That was Cody Shively on the assist. The Knights doing a good job of moving the basketball. They've assisted on the majority of their shots so far. Connor Platt on the drive, and Bray Wilson took it right away from him. Good defense by Bray. Looking for help, and he's going to have to call a timeout. That'll be the first timeout of this ball game. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it along with Coach Hawkins and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
We serve
and we care.
Med-Surg and ICU at Adams Memorial Hospital. Always here so you stay healthy in every way. We monitor
and we prevent.
Worthman Fitness at Adams Memorial Hospital. Our goal is for you to be healthy in every way.
Norwell leading by 6 here with 2:17 left in the second quarter. Rinkenberger, Wilson, Shively, and Kissel on the floor for the Knights. For Huntington North, it's Platt, Hollowell, Stroud, Bruce, and Sam Doherty. Well, Bray had to call timeout as he was trapped and had nowhere to go with that basketball. Bad timeout, though, with just 2 minutes left in the first half to retain possession.
And when that's your first timeout, too, I mean, that also means a difference.
Sure does. As the clock ticks under 2 minutes, Knights trying to build on a 6-point lead. Thing is, the way Huntington North can shoot, 2 possessions can be taken up in a hurry. Although so far Norwell's defense has done a good job limiting Huntington's outside shot opportunities. Knights trying to finish this conference season on a win here at Huntington. Minute 23 left in the quarter. And Norwell being very patient. A little backup jumper by Cody Shively. Good stop and go move there by Cody. Matches Norwell's biggest lead of this one at 8. And Norwell, they've also been in a man-to-man this entire basketball game. That's Doherty up top, and he's not much of a threat to shoot from outside. 52 seconds left. Bray Wilson giving him it if he wants it. Hollowell on the curl, scores. Double pick set there at the free throw line for Hollowell. Did a good job of taking advantage of it, and now the Knights will most likely hold it for one shot. Huntington trapping out of their man-to-man now. Try to get the basketball back before the end of the half. Norwell will try to hang on to it. Kissel with an open three, buries it. Ian Kissel on fire for the Knights so far tonight. He gives them their biggest lead of the basketball game at 25-16, 12 seconds on the clock.
And Ian Kissel has 12 points for tonight.
4 for 4 from beyond the arc, and that's going to be a foul. It'll go on Ian. Should be his first, I believe.
You are correct.
Both teams with 3 team fouls, as Leidig and now Quentin Middleton will check in for the Knights, replacing Kissel and Shively. 7.2 on the clock. Hollowell, and a foul's going to be called on Quentin Middleton. Yeah, the Knights are they're going to foul. That's just their 4th team foul. Still 2 more to give here in the half.
And honestly, that's a great game plan. I mean, Quentin Middleton, he hasn't been in there at all, and you don't want them to get a good shot off. 4 seconds left to go as Quentin Middleton picks up his second.
Randy Hawkins, he has to value every possession. Now he's going to sub in 42 Carson Ringer with instructions to foul as he guards the inbounds pass. And that's going to be a foul on Cole Wilson.
And that's going to be his second, so that's kind of tough for the Knights.
Yeah, not bad, though. 2.1 seconds on the clock. He's got Ringer guarding the inbounder. Riley Wilson now will check in for Cole Wilson with 2.1 seconds on the clock. Connor Platt, that's Hollowell, and Hollowell stepped on the line. He sure did. That'll be a turnover on Huntington North. With 0.9 seconds on the clock, Kissel and Cody Shively will check back in.
Boy, the game plan worked.
It sure did. Coach Hawkins fouling. Huntington North will not get an opportunity unless they steal this inbounds pass. There is enough time on the clock for the Knights to get off a shot. It's not close by Cody Shively. And Coach Hawkins' game plan works to perfection here in the first half. The Knights go to the locker room with a 9-point lead over Huntington North here at Huntington, 25-16. We'll take a break here from a couple of sponsors and be right back.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Welcome back to Huntington North in the halftime show. We mentioned the fact that Special Olympians will play a scrimmage here at halftime of this varsity basketball game. And let's go ahead and go through some stats, and then we'll keep the camera on those Special Olympians.
Okay, so first for the Norwell Knights, they are the visiting team on the scoreboard, so we will start with them. Number 10, Cody Shively has 8 points. Number 12, Ian Kissel with 12 points. He was 4 of 5 from the field in the first half. Number 15, Levi Leidig has a basket. Number 32, Bray Wilson has a 3-point shot. And that wraps it up for individual scoring for the Knights. The Knights were 9 of 18 from the field, which is 50%. 2 of 7 for 2-point field goals, which is 28%. And 7 of 11 for 3-point field goals, which is 63%. The Knights did not take any free throws that half. You don't see that very often with these Norwell Knights. Non-scoring for the Knights, they had 7 assists, 3 of them by number 10 Cody Shively, and another 3 by Bray Wilson. They also had 9 rebounds total, 5 of them coming from number 32 Bray Wilson. They also had 3 blocks, 6 fouls total, and 2 turnovers, one of them by Cole Wilson and another by Bray Wilson. So the uncle and nephew both have a turnover. Now for the Huntington North Vikings, number 1 Pulver has 5 points. Number 3 Platt has another 5 points. And then number 42 Hollowell has 4 points. And number 45 Bruce has 2 points. And that wraps it up individually scoring for the Vikings. As a team, they were 7 of 17 from the field, which is 41%. They were also 5 of 12 for 2-point field goals, which is 41%. And then 2 of 5 for 3-point field goals, which is 40%. Again, the Vikings did not shoot any free throws that half. You definitely don't see both teams not shooting any free throws in one half. Non-scoring for the Vikings, they had 6 assists. They also had 7 rebounds total to Norwell's 9 rebounds total. They also had a steal, 2 blocks, 3 fouls, 2 of them going on number 1 Pulver, and that was in the first couple of minutes in the game. And then they only had 2 turnovers. So really, Norwell is just out-shooting the Vikings. Norwell shooting 50% to Huntington North's 41%. And that is just a great stat for the Norwell Knights, Derek.
Yeah, it really is. And I thought Norwell did a fantastic job of controlling the pace. And that looked more like Craig Teagle basketball. Norwell just played it better. And they did a nice job controlling the pace. They were very deliberate on offense. I mean, they had a couple stretches where they held the ball for more than a minute, moved the ball well, and eventually it resulted in a nice open shot. That's what you got to look for, good ball movement, and the Knights have a 9-point lead here at the half.
And I'll tell you what, you have got to give Coach Hawkins a ton of credit. The Knights coming into this one with a record of, what was their record, Noah?
9-10.
9-10. And half of their wins can directly be attributed to Coach Hawkins. I mean, he's just done a great job. We were just talking about the conference. If the Knights could hang on tonight, they'd finish the conference with a 5-2 record. That would drop Huntington North to 4-3.
Yeah, there also is a scenario in which the Knights could still win the conference and have a 4-way tie.
Yeah.
If Leo beats Columbia City, there could still be a 4-way tie.
That's exactly right, and that would be between Columbia City, Leo, Norwell, and potentially New Haven. As New Haven tonight is at home against East Noble. That's not a given. So it could be a 3 or 4-way tie for first place.
Yeah.
Wow, that would really be something, and something that Coach Hawkins should really be proud of if they can hang on and win and Columbia City suffers a loss.
Yeah, really, this game that we've been seeing tonight, it's just, this is the Norwell team that we've really been wanting to see the past couple of games. And you wonder if this Norwell team would have come out against East Noble in Columbia City, what would have happened? I mean, Norwell right now from three-point land, they're shooting 7 of 11, which is 63%. And, I mean, that's an incredible percentage. In their last game against Columbia City, Norwell shot only, I believe, 2 of 20. And, when you put up that many shots and you don't hit any of them, it's just so tough to win those basketball games.
It is. And, we thought before this season started that Norwell would have the opportunity to win games against teams that they wouldn't be favored against, Huntington North being one tonight, if they shot the 3-ball well. And being 7 of 10 in the first half, just a ridiculously good percentage. And, as few possessions as there is likely to be in this basketball game with a 9-point lead, Norwell's got a decent shot of hanging on here. What do you think?
Yeah, and it's just an incredible feat if they could hang on and somehow, of course, they need a little bit of help to win the conference, but for a team that could be 10-10 after this evening and win a share of the first ever Northeast State, that's pretty incredible, especially as the Knights have some pretty bad losses on the resume. They also have a lot of quality wins.
Yeah, of course, a long way to go yet in this one. Still 16 minutes of play while the Special Olympians play on. We'll take a break here from a couple more sponsors and be back with your halftime show after these words.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
A little over 2 minutes left here in halftime. Maybe that's in this scrimmage. Kind of tough to tell since we don't have direct access to the clock. As a basket by a Special Olympian, cheered loudly by the crowd. But a couple of things really stand out. Just 4 turnovers in that first half, 2 by each squad. And what will be interesting to see is if Norwell continues to lead this into the fourth quarter, you're going to see a great block there. You'll see a lot more of that trap out of the man-to-man by Huntington North, and it's going to be imperative that the Knights handle that pressure well.
Yeah, really, the main thing when you're on the offensive side of that trap, you cannot get into a corner. Bray Wilson, a couple of times in that first half, he got into that top right corner, and they are trapping so hard. It's tough to get out of that, and it's definitely hard when you take one dribble and you pick up your dribble off of that. But you got to do a lot of fakes, and you got to keep your dribble and just stay in the middle of the floor at all times.
The other thing that stands out, rebounds. Norwell actually out-rebounding Huntington North 10-8. Of course, the fact of the matter is that Norwell's only missed 7 shots, so that really limits Huntington North's rebounding opportunities. Looking at the offensive rebounds, as there we go. Huntington North with 4 offensive rebounds, Norwell with 3. So Huntington North's half of their rebounds coming off of their own shots. You just don't see that very often.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see Bray Wilson really trying to get in there to the hole and get a good amount of rebounds. I mean, he does have 4 on the defensive side and only 1 on the offensive, but I mean, that's just preventing second chance shot opportunities for the Vikings. And Norwell, this is definitely the best that they have rebounded all year long. I mean, would you agree with that statement?
Absolutely.
And it's great to see that they're learning from past games and that they're just doing so well against a team that I think we all thought that they just wouldn't do very well against. But then again, there is the second half. We definitely have another half of basketball going on with Norwell leading by 9 points.
Here's another fascinating stat provided to us by the Huntington crew. If you can average a point a shot as a team, as a player, if you can average a point a shot, that's pretty good. If you can do it as a team, it's outstanding. Norwell in the first half averaged 1.56 points per shot. That is an unsustainable number. You just don't see that very often. So you expect that will probably settle down a little bit in the second half. Huntington North at .89 shot. That number will probably increase as the student section here at Huntington North mobs the Special Olympians as this event extending our halftime just a little bit. We'll take advantage of that time to let you hear from a couple more of our sponsors. We would appreciate it that when you visit our sponsors, you let them know you heard of them on wellscountyvoice.com. We'd appreciate it, and so would they. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
It's not always about speed. It's not always about sponsors. It's not always about glamour. It's about getting the job done right. No matter what you have to push, pull, or move, New Holland and your local dealers are ready to help you finish like a champion. New Holland.
Misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
Business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
We serve
and we care.
Med-Surg and ICU at Adams Memorial Hospital. Always here so you stay healthy in every way. We monitor
and we prevent.
Worthman Fitness at Adams Memorial Hospital. Our goal is for you to be healthy in every way.
Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Yeah, just about a minute left here in halftime. I think the North has already abandoned the floor.
Very important score in the Northeast State as Columbia City leads Leo 25-19 at halftime.
Yeah, as we mentioned in our pregame, Columbia City controls their own destiny with regard to the championship. If they win tonight, they will win the inaugural season of the NE8.
They were the favorites as well coming in.
They were. They own two of the biggest players by height in the NE8 in the Hazen brothers. Tomorrow we'll be on a little bit before 10 a.m., probably about a quarter till, bringing you girls regional action from Columbia City as the Lady Knights take on the Heritage Christian team, ranked number 2 in 3A. They'd be ranked number 1 if there was a postseason poll. Huntington North the ball to start the second half. Platt, Pulver, Doherty, Hollowell, and Bruce out there. Bruce almost threw it away as Cody Shively got his hands on that pass. It'll remain Huntington North's basketball. Cody out there along with Leidig, Kissel, Rinkenberger, and Bray Wilson. Norwell up by 3 possessions, and that's really the way we need to talk about this one, is possessions so valuable. Boy, they just allow Sam Doherty to stand open, wide open beyond that 3-point arc. It's going to be the first foul of the second half. It's going to go against Cody Shively. That'll be his second. And Hollowell with a quick 3 off the inbounds pass. Good block out there by Colt Rankenberger for the rebound. Kind of surprised to see that shot from Hollowell.
Yeah, it was almost kind of a rush shot because he was almost fading away from the basket.
He was.
And that's really an ill-advised shot, especially to the Huntington North coach.
Yeah, it's Coach Teagle. He normally doesn't like those. Levi Leidig on the drive is going to be fouled. We'll see who that's called on. It'll go on number 11, Sam Doherty. His first. Neither team with really any foul trouble. 2 is the most on any one player. Huntington North staying in that tough man-to-man defense. Norwell's done a good job of finding open looks against that man-to-man. That can be difficult to do with man-to-man defense. Leidig, as his pass is batted away by Connor Platt.
And the good news is Norwell, with a 9-point lead, can afford to take as much time as they want. They can be very patient on offense when you got a 3-possession lead. You got a lot of time to protect it, especially in a slow basketball game.
Absolutely. And that's going to be a foul on Hunter Hollowell. That'll be his first, team's second.
And as soon as he put 2 hands down on Ian Kissel, that was a foul.
Yeah, that's the same call that Middleton had at the end of the second quarter. 6:24 on the clock here in the third.
Over the course of this season and the last, Norwell's actually been, there's another foul, Norwell's been very successful in low-scoring basketball games. They beat New Haven in a conference game that did not get out of the 40s.
Yep.
Last year they went down to Jay County and had a very low-scoring basketball game. Came out of there with a win in a pretty tough place to play. North Arena here has gotten the best of Norwell over the last, at least once they came here. I think they beat them 2 times ago when, actually I believe it was a Drew Shively free throw that put it away a few years back.
That's right. Yeah, Huntington North has always been a low-scoring contest for Norwell. Even in the days of the high-scoring teams back in 11, 12, and 13, Bray Wilson wanted the foul call, didn't get it on the missed layup. There's a good take. Inside to Bruce. Bruce powers his way back in and gets the basket to go. I think you're going to see more of that in the second half. That's the first basket of the second half for either squad. Cody Shively's going to be fouled. Boy, that was light. Hunter Hollowell picks up his second.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins, along with the Norwell faithful, chirped on that last possession as they thought there was a foul. There's also, they thought, an offensive foul on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, Coach Hawkins demonstrating that Colt Rankenberger was straight up and down. To me, it was a very physical basketball play as Leidig with the turnover. Just the 3rd turnover of the basketball game for the Knights. 5:17 left in the third quarter. That was Doherty with the basketball. Boy, he is not much of an offensive threat for these Huntington North Vikings.
No.
Had several opportunities.
Yeah, Bray has definitely just gotten off of him.
The kick out to Culver was no good. And on the rebound, the foul's going to be on Huntington North. I think it's going to go on Bruce. It does. That'll be his second. Team's 5th. So Huntington North really racking up the fouls early. That plays into Norwell's hands. Cole Wilson checks back in for Coach Hawkins, replacing Leidig, I believe. Yeah, he did.
Yep, you're right.
Trey Wilson being bumped a little bit, and that ball's going to be out of bounds. It'll remain Norwell's basketball.
I think Norwell just got a gift right there. I believe that went off Cody's
Did it
shin.
look like it?
Yeah.
Well, Norwell will certainly take a break here playing on the road. Wilson throws it into the backcourt. It's chased down by his nephew, Cole Wilson. And Cole loses the basketball. Good steal by Connor Platt. And Wilson will pick up the foul. Second on the team here in the second half.
Norwell needs to.
And the third on Cole Wilson.
They need to keep control of this basketball game. A couple of turnovers. They need to get a stop on this possession.
We talked about the importance of taking care of the basketball because we knew a Coach Teagle coach team would come out very aggressive on the defensive end. That's the way it's playing out. They committed 5 fouls and caused 2 Norwell turnovers. There's that inside pass to Bruce. And Norwell doesn't have anybody that can match up against the 248-pounder. 4:11 left here in the third. And the Knights lead down to 5.
Yeah, that's something Norwell's not going to be able to stop inside.
If they're going to pass it down like that, Norwell really needs to double down on Bruce.
And dig.
Yes.
From the wing. Right now, though, Huntington North with their alignments making that very difficult for the Knights. Cole Wilson launches a 3 and gets it. Assist Ian Kissel. And the Knights on the scoreboard here in the second half. 3:40 left in the quarter.
That's a huge shot.
That took a while to get on the board. Bruce again down low. Misses that one, and the rebound pulled down by Ian Kissel. Good hustle by Ian. Big miss there by Chaz Bruce. Having his way down low and just put it up too hard on the backboard.
And really, that's that kind of shot down low when you're using the backboard. That's so high of a percentage that you'll make it. I mean, you just got to keep feeding him. You got to keep feeding the big man if you want easy points like that.
Trey Wilson lost the handle for a moment, able to retain it. Shively baseline jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by Hollowell, and he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Colt Rinkenberger. We'll check it. But that looks like a 3 and a 0 to me. That'll be his first, team's third. As Quentin Middleton checks in for the Knights, Cole Wilson takes a seat. Huntington yet to sub here in the second half.
They just subbed. Luke Stroud came in for Pulver.
Very good. Hollowell on the low post is going to be fouled. There's that dig that we were talking about. And I think it cost, nope, the foul's going to go on Colt Rinkenberger, his second, team's fourth.
And I like how they were digging on that play, but you got to keep your hands up because that was just really, they shouldn't have fouled him like that.
Stroud with the basketball. He'll cross half court. Stroud, a 5'11" senior. Oh, good pass or good play there as Hollowell tried to not use the backboard. Missed the shot. That play has worked several times for Huntington North. Hollowell cuts across the free throw line, gets a couple of picks.
Yeah, now the question's going to be how can Norwell handle the backcourt pressure?
First full court defense by Huntington North. Looks like it's going to be pretty much straight man-to-man. Kissel into the front court. You'll see him handling the basketball a lot against that Huntington North pressure. Shively looked like he was thinking about the 3, but he was well guarded. 2:10 left here in the quarter. Middleton, who has not had many touches this evening.
He hasn't really been on all that much except for in the first half as Ian Kissel misses a shot.
Yeah,
launched by Hollowell.
A little forced there by Ian in the lane as pass was broken up in the backcourt, front court for the Vikings. Minute 52 left on the clock. Good hustle back there. Platt again inbounds it far into the backcourt. And Stroud will bring it across against Cody Shively. Now Platt will reset things for the Vikings. That's Stroud. Underneath to Bruce. Bruce on that low post. Kicks it out to Hollowell. Good. Hunter Hollowell, who did a lot of damage against the Knights last year in this building. In that one last year, Huntington North beat the Knights by 4. That game was on February 27th.
Missed free throws by the Knights, if I recall.
Yeah. Well, and Hunter Hollowell was big in that game, as Doherty's going to be called for the foul.
And that's a good call by the official. Doherty was just one step behind Bray Wilson, and so he used his body to kind of block him a little bit.
Minute 7 left here in the third quarter. Kissel working on Hollowell. Again, nobody in real foul trouble here.
Cole Wilson does have 3 fouls, but in the second half, I don't think that's as a big deal.
No. Bray Wilson being held by Connor Platt. That'll put the Knights in the bonus as Platt picks up his first foul. That's a big advantage for the Knights if they can knock down their free throws. 50.1 seconds left in the quarter. Leidig checks in for the Knights, and Pulver checks back in for the Vikings. Also in for Norwell, Riley Stauffer replaces Colt Rankenberger.
Noah, is this the first free throw attempt for the Knights?
This is the first free throw attempt for the night.
Yep.
Wow. And it's no good.
Yeah, well short. Yeah, neither team had been sent to the line prior to that missed free throw by Bray Wilson. Almost 3/4 of in the books. Wow.
I mean, you really don't see it that often.
Pulver had a wide open look and refused to take it. Connor Platt on the drive. That was too easy as he got to the rim with 24 seconds left. Stauffer up top, and Huntington North really picking up the defensive pressure. A foul is going to be called on Chaz Bruce. That'll be his third. Huntington North can ill afford for Bruce to pick up another foul, so Coach Teagle's going to celebrate. Nolan Betterly will come in with 14.8 on the clock. Quentin Middleton will go to the line. Again, another 1-and-1 opportunity for the Knights.
Yeah, if Bruce picks up his 4th foul here in the 4th quarter.
In the third,
well, I mean, if he does in the 4th quarter, I think Huntington North will really be in big trouble.
Yeah, I imagine they probably won't take him out. If they do, it would probably be for a brief period of time, getting back in around that 3 to 5 minute mark. As Middleton, 2 big free throws for the Knights. 14.8 on the clock, and Pulver walks it across the line now to Platt. 8 seconds on the clock.
Norwell still leads by 2 possessions.
Platt drives, gets the roll. Good one-on-one move by Platt. The long shot launched by Wilson. It'll be short, and the Knights go into the 4th quarter with a 3-point lead. We'll take a break and be right back with that 4th quarter after these words from our sponsors.
This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs, Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton. 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Here at Huntington, the Knights outscored 11-5 in that third quarter. The Vikings doing a much better job of getting out on Norwell's shooters. I don't know how many three-pointers they shot in that quarter, but it wasn't many. A couple of turnovers contributed to that. There's Stroud with a long three, no good. Colt Rinkenberger holding off Doherty for the rebound, and this quarter starts with Chaz Bruce on the bench for Huntington North. On the floor for the Knights, it's Leidig, Kissel, Shively, Stauffer, and Rinkenberger. Leidig throws it away but gets it back. Very fortunate on that play as it kind of went through the legs of Luke Pulver. Shively into the lane. Leidig steps back, shoots the three, well off, and the rebound controlled by Pulver. So Huntington North can tie this basketball game with a long one here to start the fourth quarter.
And so far in this game, they're 3 of 9 for three-point field goals as Connor Platt travels. And then here comes Bruce.
Also, Riley Stauffer takes a seat for the Knights as Ray Wilson re-enters. Leidig handling it into the front court. Into the trap, that's Kissel. Shively thought about it, didn't take it. Now he'll take the three, and no good. The rebound controlled by Leidig, the shortest guy on the floor. But Levi is going to go to the free throw line.
That's
a foul's called on Luke Pulver.
That is a huge break.
Yeah, I think they missed a foul earlier in that possession, but definitely that was not a foul.
Leidig with a great hustle play to get that rebound.
Well, and also they could have called a jump ball down here in the corner.
Big miss, though, from the line.
The Knights leaving 4 potential points on 1-and-1s out there here in the fourth quarter. That's Bruce, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Colt Rinkenberger. Coach Hawkins not happy with that call. Neither is the Norwell call, as they thought that Bruce's elbow separated from his body there a little bit, and it did. Call could have gone either way.
Yeah, that's not the first time Norwell fans have wanted that offensive foul this evening.
It's a very interesting matchup with Connor Platt and Levi Leidig as Hollowell shoots up a three and misses. Colt Rinkenberger gets the rebound.
Well, Hollowell was the man who was so hot last year for the Vikings as Leidig almost lost it again, and Coach Hawkins wants a timeout, his second of the game. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it along with Coach and be right back.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Norwell trying to build on a 3-point lead here in the fourth quarter at Huntington North, 6:15 on the clock. Norwell in a very favorable foul position as the next one will put the Knights in the double bonus. They only have committed 5 team fouls. Ooh, tough pass, good hands by Bray Wilson. The Knights will play keep away here. They don't need to score, although it's with it being just a 1-possession game, you've got to be careful to avoid the turnovers. Kissel directing traffic. Now Shively being guarded by Pulver.
You know, it looks like by what Huntington North is trying to do is they're just trying to trap very, very, very hard against Norwell.
Every time the Knights pick up the dribble, Huntington North trapping. And they are not allowing the Knights to get beyond into a 5-point or a 5-second count either, away from it, as Cody Shively might have gotten a break there as well.
Yeah,
gets the layup to go on the Euro move.
I think he looked like he double dribbled at midcourt.
Yeah. And he might have traveled at the rim. That's Luke Pulver with the basketball. They're trying to post up Doherty as Hollowell on the drive is fouled on the floor. I think that's going to go on Ian Kissel.
I do have a score update for you. Once again, Columbia City leads Leo now late in the third quarter, 34-23. So barring something very unlikely, looks like Columbia City is going to win this conference outright.
As Cody Shively just picked up his third and fourth fouls. Second one, it almost looked like he lost his balance. Bumped into Doherty and now put the Vikings at the line shooting 1-1. Well, that's not a good turn of events for the Knights, as Cody's played a solid basketball game. Doherty looking to pull the Vikings back to within 3. Stroud will check back in for Huntington North, replacing Bruce. Stroud listed as a 5'11" senior. He plays bigger than that, though, as he's been the sub for the 6'5" Bruce all night. Doherty gets another friendly bounce. The Knights lead back to 3, and Huntington North with a little pressure in the backcourt. Kissel breaks that pressure pretty easily. 4:53 left, and that's going to be a foul on Luke Pulver.
And that was a little late call because he did put his hands down just for a second, but even for a second, you cannot do that, and that'll be his 4th foul.
Yeah, he bumped him with his waist as well. We'll have a couple of subs at the scorer's table. Looks like Bruce is going to check back in for Huntington. Ray Wilson knocks down the free throw as Quentin Middleton checks in for Cody Shively. Cody's going to set with 4 fouls. So each team now has a player with 4 personals. Wilson knocks them both down. Big free throws for the Knights.
Turns it into a 2-possession ball game now.
Connor Platt directing traffic. Still a lot of time left. 4:43 on the clock. That's Middleton guarding Stroud. They were trying to get it underneath the Bruce for that mismatch on the low post.
I would either give it to Bruce, or I would also give it to Platt, because that mismatch with Levi Leidig is just tough, as Hollowell knocks down a 3-point shot.
And a timeout called by Coach Teagle. First timeout of the game for Huntington North. It's a 30. We'll take it as well and be right back. The Knights up by just 2.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Well, Norwell will have the basketball. You better believe Huntington North's going to bring full court pressure here with the chance to take a lead. Norwell having committed a couple of turnovers here already in the second half, but I think they're, 4 or 5 for the game, maybe. Good pressure here by the Vikings. Cody Shively hung up, and Coach Hawkins is going to call a timeout from the bench. That could be a costly timeout. Norwell down to 2 with 4:24 left in this basketball game, and that may come back to haunt Coach Hawkins, Noah.
Yeah, I agree. Really, I think what Coach Hawkins found out with that was, even though Norwell was clearing out when it was just going to be Ian Kissel on that side, Huntington North is staying still. They are keeping those guys up for the full court press. So, you know what, this is going to be a really tough zone to break, but I know the Norwell Knights can do it.
Well, they're going to have to figure out a way, here it comes again, to bring somebody back for help in those situations. That worked pretty well. Knight's doing a good job of following Coach Hawkins' directions. Huntington really playing a sticky man-to-man here, and they'll trap when that ball's picked up, trying to keep a count on the Knights. Wilson backs out of the count. Now finds Shively. Shively on the drive. Kissel to the free throw line. The jumper good. Nice move there by Kissel. Back to a two-possession game. 3:45 here left in this one. Although we've sure seen our share of overtime this year between the boys and the girls.
It's not something I want to experience once again.
Offensive.
Well, we'll see who that calls against. It's on Luke Pulver, and he fouls out of the basketball game. I did not see that play, fellas.
I didn't even know he was in the ball game, but, you know, because he came in for Bruce. That's why I didn't see it. He came in on that timeout. So, yeah, this is definitely going to be tough for the Vikings.
Luke Pulver with a very quiet evening for the Vikings. He finishes with 5 points, as I don't think he scored here in the second half.
You're correct, Greg.
Pretty Shively into the front court, draws the trap, finds, thrown away as Chaz Bruce stepped in to intercept. It's a jump ball. It'll remain Norwell's basketball.
Yeah, now the Knights need to focus. As they now have a two-possession lead, they need to focus, really lock down, and take some time off, try to get a good open look.
Well, the players off ball really need to move towards the basketball as it's stripped away from Kissel. It's on the floor. And
wait a minute, we got a
one
foul.
Official wanting to call a foul. They're discussing it on the low block. It'll be Huntington North's basketball, so the underneath official overrules the outside official. And I think that's the right call. Clinton Middleton will check back in for the Knights, and he will replace Cody Shively, as Cody's going to set out as many defensive possessions as possible here with 4 fouls. Coach Hawkins wants him in there on the offensive end, if at all possible. Hollowell underneath to Bruce. Bruce gets to the rim, can't get it to go. Doherty with the offensive. Misses that one. Now a foul as Bruce pulls down another offensive rebound. Huntington North has certainly wiped out that rebounding deficit that they had in the first half. The foul's called on Cole Wilson, and that'll be 4 on him.
Yeah, so far Huntington North has 15 fouls to Norwell's 16 fouls. So Norwell is still out-rebounding the Vikings, but only by 1.
Shively back in there for the Knights, and even 3 minutes left on the clock as Bruce misses the front end.
Oh, boy, got to call something.
Great rebound by Doherty, but coming out of there with it was Shively. Norwell on the break. Wilson up ahead. The shot blocked by Hunter Hollowell. It'll remain Norwell's basketball. Hunter Hollowell really showing a lot of hustle there. Flying from the backcourt to block that shot.
Boy, the U.S. 224 rivalry really heating up.
Another U.S. 224 rivalry as the Knights and Belmont with a lot of history. Now it'll be Huntington North adding to that lore as all 3 teams in the same conference now. 2:30 left. Well, up 36-32. Kissel playing keep away. That's Cole Wilson in the corner. Colt Rinkenberger tosses up the short jumper, and I'm pretty confident Coach Hawkins didn't want that shot. 2:12 left.
That's more of a rush shot, and Colt Rinkenberger hasn't taken a lot of those shots this season.
Well, I don't know that he's taken a shot tonight. Has he?
I don't believe so, honestly. I think that was his first one.
Chaz Bruce underneath. That'll bring the Vikings to within 2. Coach Teagle will burn a timeout. It's a full one. We'll go ahead and take it as well. The Knights up 36-34. We'll be right back.
Bluffton Tire, you know where they're located, across the street from Bummy's, right at the entrance to the 4-H park, has been serving Wells County for over 50 years. Bluffton Tire needs to be the first stop for brakes, struts, front-end alignment, and offers over 20 different brands of tires. Stop by and see Carrie Jennis today or visit online at BlufftonTire.com for online specials and coupons. Bluffton Tire is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Hi, this is Carrie Jennis at Bluffton Tire, and we'll keep you going.
Live life to the fullest at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments. Make new friends and take part in educational, inspirational, and just plain fun activities. Enjoy the best in maintenance-free independent living. Enjoy life at Adams Woodcrest Villas and Apartments in Decatur.
Here at Huntington North, a minute 59 left on the clock. Norwell leading by 2. We expected it to be low scoring, and it is. Any more updates on that Columbia City game, Derek?
Wow. We do have a big score update as Leo, with 5:18 left, has cut the deficit to just 3 points. And now this game is even more heated.
As that game is at Leo, I believe. Is it not?
No, I believe it's Columbia City.
Is it? Up ahead, Cole Wilson forces it in, misses the shot. As Connor Platt comes out of there with it, it'll, I believe, remain, well, the back official not sure who it was off of. It will be Huntington North basketball. Minute 44 on the clock, and boy, the Knights with a couple of really ill-advised shots here late. Quentin Middleton will check back in and replace Cody Shively.
Now the key for Norwell is getting a big stop here. They need to get a stop, and should they get a missed shot, they need to get the rebound, as Huntington North has gotten countless offensive rebounds this evening.
Huntington North has trailed this entire basketball game. That's Hunter Hollowell. Now Doherty looking for help. He's not a threat to shoot the ball at all. Hollowell into the lane. The floater is good, and he'll go to the line for the lead. I think that's going to be Bray Wilson on the foul. Nope. It'll be Quentin Middleton.
Yeah, Quentin Middleton got him from behind.
That's his third. Team's 9th. Cody Shively checks back in. Also for Huntington North, Nolan Betterly in the game, replacing Bruce. And Hollowell gives the Vikings the lead, 37-36. A minute 23 left. Shively working on Betterly. Into the lane. Wilson.
That was a fourth shot.
Yeah, it sure was. That's 3 bad shot selections by the Knights on their last 3 possessions. Huntington North will put it on ice, I'll tell you.
Yeah, at some
point. They'll go to the line because the next one will be double bonus.
At some point, they're going to have to foul.
Coach Steagle's going to take another timeout. That's a good timeout to set up his icebox offense. He'll force the Knights to foul with 45.3 left. We'll take a quick break and be back with the final moments of this one here at Huntington North.
At Warren Pharmacy, we offer local delivery, accept hundreds of prescription insurance plans, offer special ordering for hard-to-find items, have home health care and convalescent supplies, stock Nature's Bounty, Windmill, and basic vitamins, and Nature's Sunshine nutritional products, along with many other services provided. Warren Pharmacy, 222 North Wayne Street in Warren. You can reach them toll-free at 800-895-7035. Warren Pharmacy, we're big enough to meet your needs, yet small enough to know your name.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Huntington North with the basketball, a 1-point lead and 45.3 seconds on the clock. Norwell's got to come up with a steal here because Huntington North will not shoot. They will force Norwell to foul.
Cole Wilson's going to foul out.
And that is not the foul that Coach Hawkins wanted. It'll put Hunter Hollowell to the line. Levi Leidig will check back in for the Knights. Cole Wilson will take a seat for the rest of this one. And Hunter Hollowell will try to make it a 3-point game for Huntington North. His first one, nothing but net.
He is 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
He'll try to go 3 for 3. And he does.
Yeah, that form looks great on his free throw shot. He doesn't look rushed at all. He looks just so calm there.
Yep, very confident. 35 seconds on the clock. Norwell needs a 3. Ian Kissel trying to get free, being guarded by Chaz Bruce. And no call there. Kissel with the 3, no good. Rebound to Doherty. Cody Shively will foul out. Hunter Hollowell will go back to the line with 17.8 on the clock.
Boy, starting
yeah, go ahead.
Become a disappointing end to what was a well-played basketball game by these Knights, and they are not able to finish down the stretch. They just could not get a good shot off. They struggled. They took a couple ill-advised shots in the last couple of minutes, and in a game where possessions are very limited, that's going to cost you.
Well, Kissel was pretty much forced to shoot that 3.
Right.
And he was under a lot of pressure, but he had to take that shot. Now Hunter Hollowell will try to put it away at the free throw line. He makes the first one. It's over, and he does. Well, Huntington North is going to come out of here with a win, barring some kind of miracle, as Hollowell buries both free throws. Coach Teagle uses another timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. The Knights trail by 5. We'll take a break and be right back.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, welcome back to Huntington North. And Derek, what was that update from Columbia City?
Yeah, 2:55 to go. That was just 1 minute ago from Shooter. And Leo leads at 49-45.
Well, still some time left there. Not much here. Leidig into the front court with 12 seconds. Wilson forces a 3. That's off. Chaz Bruce pulls down the rebound. He'll be fouled.
Yeah, Huntington North is they're going to win a share of this conference. And they trailed for the vast majority of this game. I mean, they didn't take the lead until
minute 23.
Minute 28. Yep.
Minute 23. Yep.
Minute 23. Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
As Chaz Bruce, not a good free throw shooter. Really not going to matter though with 8.5 seconds left, and Huntington North up by 5. Bruce able to knock down the second one. Norwell will bring it up court. Kissel into the front court. A long 3. No good. Rebound to Doherty. And the clock will run out on the Knights. Huntington North with a comeback, come from behind victory. They win and go 5-2 in the conference, 42-36 over the Knights. The Knights will end their conference season at 4-3. We'll take a break and be back with your post-game show after these words from our sponsors.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has Friday Night Trio League for ages 4 through 19 with sign-ups going on now. This 10-week league is at 7 p.m. on Fridays for $8.25 per week for 3 games and shoes. Also on Friday, it's Friday Fun from noon to 6 p.m. Bowl for just $1 and shoe rental is only 50 cents. The Bowling Center, 1231 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
He shoots. He scores. It's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel.
And they end up on the wrong end of a 42-36 score. Overall, the Knights fall to 9-11 on the season. They end up at 4-3 in the conference. Huntington North ends up at 5-2 with a chance to share in the conference championship. We'll talk about that more in just a moment. And they also up their record in the regular season to 14-7. And Derek, a couple updates there.
Just directly pertaining to this game, the last time Norwell scored was 3:50, so they went the final 3 minutes and 50 seconds without scoring. You mentioned it, a couple of ill-advised shots, and all around just a struggle on the offensive end in the fourth quarter, and really in the second half altogether as they struggled. Huntington North applied much better pressure on the shooters in that second half, forcing Norwell to a much lower percentage, and the Knights just could not get it done. Columbia City is playing the foul game, so that they're going to try to extend that one. The last time I saw the score was 51-45 with 1:50 left.
Well, if Leo wins that game, and if New Haven wins, it'll be a 4-way split.
Yes.
For the inaugural NE8 championship between Columbia City, Leo, Huntington North, and New Haven. They would all end the season at 5-2. And I'll tell you, I know we're going to talk more about stats here in just a moment, Noah, but the big one, Norwell, after shooting 9 of 16 in the first half, 3 of 16 in the second half, and you've got to give credit to Huntington North's defense, but also you've got to really question some of the shots that the Knights took, especially late in that fourth quarter. And with that, Noah, why don't we go ahead and recap those stats?
Yep, the period totals for tonight's game. In period 1, Norwell outscored Huntington North 12-7. In the second period, Norwell also outscored Huntington North 13-9. In period 3, Huntington North outscored Norwell 11-5. And then the big one was in period 4, Huntington North outscored Norwell 15-6. Individual scoring for the visitors on the scoreboard, which is your Norwell Knights. Number 10, Cody Shively had 10 points. He was 4 of 10 from the field. Ian Kissel had 14 points. He was 5 of 9 from the field. Levi Leidig had a basket. Cole Wilson had a 3-point basket. Quentin Middleton, number 23, had 2 points, and those were both from free throws. Brady Wilson, number 32, had 5 points. For the team of the Knights, they were 12 of 34 from the field, which is 35%. So they went from 50% down to 35% and a half. Then they were also 4 of 16 for 2-point field goals, which is 25%, and 8 of 18 for 3-point field goals, which is 44%. From the free throw line, the Knights were 4 of 6 which is 66%. Non-scoring for the Knights, they had 9 assists total, 4 of them from Cody Shively and another 3 coming from Bray Wilson. They had 17 rebounds total, 5 of them coming from Colt Rinkerberger and another 5 from Bray Wilson. They had 3 blocks in tonight's game, 18 fouls total, and 4 turnovers, 2 of them coming from Cole Wilson. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Huntington North Vikings, number 1, Pulver had 5 points. Number 3, Connor Platt had 9 points. He was 4 of 7 from the field tonight. Number 11, Dougherty, he had 2 points. And number 42, Hollowell, who leads all scorers tonight, had 17 points. He was 5 of 10 from the field, and he had 5 free throws. He was 5 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. And then also number 45, Bruce, had 9 points, and those were 9 very powerful points down in the post. As a team, the Vikings were 15 of 33 from the field, which is 45%. They were also 11 of 22 for 2-point field goals, which is 50%. And then 4 of 11 for 3-point field goals, which is 36%. And then also from the free throw line, they were 8 of 10. Those 2 misses from the free throw line came from number 45, Bruce. Real quick, non-scoring, the Vikings had 11 assists total, 5 of them coming from number 3, the senior Connor Platt. And then also they had 21 rebounds to Norwell 17. They had 3 steals, all 3 of those steals coming from number 3, Connor Platt. They also had 3 blocks, 2 of them coming from number 42, Hollowell, and 14 fouls total, and 3 turnovers total. And I think those 3 turnovers really played a key role in tonight's win for Huntington North, and also the rebounds, I would say.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Of course, Norwell held to just 11 second-half points, and that really was the basketball game. Even though we knew it was going to be low scoring, 11's pretty tough to overcome, especially on the road against a solid Huntington North team. I'll tell you what, you can't fault Coach Hawkins' game plan. You can't fault his coaching in this one. Unfortunately, he can't make the decisions on the floor for the Knights, as some tough decisions at the end of this basketball game cost Norwell not only a win, but possibly a share of the NE8 championship. Any update on that game?
Down to 53 seconds left. Leo leads 55-49. Also,
wow.
At the end of the third quarter, East Noble leads New Haven 35-32.
Wow.
So it's very possible that there could just be a three-way tie with Columbia City, Leo, and then Huntington North.
Right.
And this is the first NE8 conference championship that we're talking about, so
it is.
I think that puts a little bit more weight into winning that first conference championship.
Yeah,
it is a nice feather in the cap of the champions.
It is, and it's also very interesting that if there's a 3 or even a 4-way tie, neither of the two teams that won the girls' side are going to win the guys' side. So there's going to be potentially 6 different teams sharing the first ever Northeast State title in boys and girls basketball.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, as I don't think that Coach Hawkins is going to join us this evening, fellas. And we do need to name a player of the game. Derek, your thoughts?
I got to go with Ian Kissel. I thought he was pure from outside. Now, the last shot he took was very rushed. He had to take it. He didn't really have a choice, and when he's under a lot of pressure. And then, of course, a very long shot at the end of regulation, which didn't matter at that point. But I thought he did a nice job and got himself open a couple of times. They moved the ball well, did a nice job staying in the flow of the basketball game and knocking down the shots in rhythm. I think he had 14 points, and my pick is Ian Kissel.
Noah?
I would have to agree with Derek. Ian Kissel, he had 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field with 55%. He was 1 of 3 for 2-point field goals, which is 33%. 4 of 6 for 3-point field goals, which is 66%. I also thought he did a great job playing defense against Hollowell. Hollowell is just taller, and it's hard because he does have a really nice shot to him. He had 17, and it's tough to compete with size with Ian Kissel, but I would definitely say Ian Kissel is my player of the game.
Yeah, I'm with you, fellas. I thought, the only 2 threes that he missed were those 2. which were desperation shots at the end of the basketball game. And really, the last one, you hate to even count against him, as it was ridiculously long and pretty much in vain. But I thought Ian played a very solid game all night long, had an assist and a turnover in addition to his 14 points and a couple of defensive rebounds. So your New Holland Tri-County player of the game this evening, senior Ian Kissel for the Knights. The Knights will be back in action next Tuesday at home against the Bishop Luers Knights, where they will try to break their current 3-game losing streak. Once again, the Knights fall to 9-11 on the season. 4-3 is what they end up in the conference. Huntington North improves to 14-7 overall and 5-2 in the conference. And I don't think we're going to be able to stay on long enough to find out a final, are we?
Parker Hazen just fouled out with 25 seconds left, and Columbia City still trails by 6. So I think it's probably pretty safe to say that Leo is going to go ahead and knot up that conference championship with Leo, at least Leo, Huntington North, and Columbia City. New Haven still hanging in the balance.
New Haven potentially making it a 4th team as well. Well, that'll be it from Huntington North tonight. We will be on at about 9:45 tomorrow morning as, actually, Coach Hawkins is going to join us here in the press area. Coach, thanks for joining us after a very tough loss tonight. Shared with the folks that I thought probably one of the finest jobs of coaching and game planning as I've seen out of you. And I've seen a lot of it this year, but just couldn't overcome some really poor decisions by your troops there in the last 2 minutes of this basketball game.
And that's the thing. We gotta learn from it. And that's the key. That's the main thing. You know, I told them I don't care about wins and losses right now. It's all about getting better. And I guarantee it, teams will be scared of us in the sectional because, you know, we do have the guys capable of doing pretty well and understand the basketball game and just understand what we need to do. They bought into what we need to do tonight. You know, just looking at other teams against Huntington North, you know, Logansport, they fell right in the trap of just jacking and settling for threes and early and often and not really moving the basketball, getting the defense moving. I thought we did a great job. Probably the best we've done all season long of moving the basketball around and not just to the right corner and back out, back to the right corner, back. I mean, we swung the ball to the other side of the floor. We got the defense moving. That's how we had good looks in the first half. Just moved the basketball, and we were patient, and we broke them down. We kind of put them to sleep a little bit, and we took advantage. We hit some shots, obviously. So second half, you know, we knew they were going to take a run. I mean, this team is not this is not a slouch team. You know, Huntington North is a quality team. You know, just came up short end stick tonight, but you know, credit the guys. They played hard. Yes, we had mistakes there at the end. You know, a couple shots we shouldn't have taken, some silly fouls we shouldn't have had. You know, Hollowell gets to the rim, you know, driving left. You know, things can't happen, and we foul him and one. You know, we got to know exactly what the report says, and that's the report. It does not matter about anything. We're worried about a screen, worried about whatever, and we're letting him get to the rim with ease. Those kind of things can't happen. But for the most part, I can't be negative at all. I liked how we played tonight. It's positive. You look at East Noble and Columbia City, games we've just had the last couple weeks. This is one. You know, this is a 360 almost to me. You know, just the attitude we have. You know, so it's good. I think we're moving in the right direction again. And I know we have 4 tough games ahead of us. But again, you know, it doesn't matter. Those games will prepare us for the sectional, and that's what it's all about, just getting better, one game at a time. This is a great step for us in the right direction.
Leo leading late, by the way, at Columbia City. Yeah, I didn't figure you'd want to hear that, but I thought I'd be the one to tell you so you'd have a chance to get before you get back downstairs. But it is final now. 61-54. Leo win. So New Haven was getting beat. So probably the inaugural NE8 championship split between Huntington North, Leo, and Columbia City. I thought your defensive plan, well, and you mentioned, Coach, getting the ball, sharing the basketball and moving it. 7 assists on 9 baskets in the first half.
That's sharing this playing as one, and that's how we have to play as a team. We can't be a bunch of individuals out there in the court trying to do everything on their own. I thought our first half we played really well, and that's what we need to do each and every game from here on out. But that's our season. That's been our season right there. We've been so close. We were start 4-0 in the conference. And the guys busted their tail against DeKalb and Leo, beating those guys. We slip up at East Noble and we just didn't play well. We want to go into Columbia City, take care of business, and we didn't get it back. So, and tonight we had to lead the whole entire game. So,
yeah. Minute 23 was when Huntington took their first lead.
And it is what it is. But our guys got to look at this and okay, let's get better from it. It should irritate us and move forward and just get tougher from here on out.
A little bit different look to your starting lineup tonight as well. Starting the freshman Levi Leidig, played very hard. Yeah,
Levi, we started him. Cole missed a couple practices with the knee. Just rehabbing his knee and trying to get it back. He got it hit pretty hard in practice the other day. So we took it easy with Cole. He's shooting around a little bit here and there. Just getting some rehab. But, Levi comes in, plays hard. He might make a mistake here and there. Some people might get frustrated with those mistakes, but he'll make up for it.
Only charged with one turnover tonight.
Yeah, he gets after it. It does not matter. He has no fear. And we need kids like that in our whole entire program who have no fear, who are willing to go out there against. It doesn't matter. He's going to go out there and fight, and he's going to get the job done and do it well, do the best he can, and he's going to get time because of that. I don't care who you are. If you're going to play hard, get after it. Do what we ask you to do. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking. 100% engaged in what I'm saying. You're going to get some time, and that's why he's getting time right now because he's 100% on board with what we're doing.
Yeah, well, it was Coach tonight. It was very evident you had a great game plan against Coach Teagle, who you've met now on numerous occasions. And what was really the difference in that second half? Was it just their defensive pressure?
Yeah, they got after a little bit. We knew they were going to make a little bit of a run. They're a good team. They've beat some quality teams this year.
They
here in the tournament they had over Christmas break when we couldn't even sniff a win. They were 3-1, I believe, here. They have some quality play. They have Connor Platt. They have the Hollowell kid. Mm-hmm. They started going inside to the big kid. We're doing the best we can. We just had to withstand those runs, and we had to come down and hit shoot some free throws. And I think we missed two front in the one-on-ones. We missed some couple layups. So you take a look at that. We hit the layups. We're up 6 with 2 minutes left.
Right.
And, just key opportunities that we just let slip through our fingers. Hitting the free throws when we normally hit free throws. We've got to step up and hit the one-on-ones. Were we 9 point? I think we're up 9.5 or something rather.
25-16.
Yeah, we knew they're going to make a run at us. We just had to withstand that run, and I thought we did a nice job. We just got in panic mode, and then we started when we're playing defense. We just started worrying about other things. We're not closing out hard enough on Hollowell on the one. Worrying about a screen when we're guarding Hollowell. I don't care about the screen. Yeah. You got to guard him one-on-one, and we just lost our focus on the defensive end. So I don't think it's. They hit some key shots. I get that, but as far as what we did defensively in the first half and the first 3 quarters, in the last 2 minutes, we weren't doing it. Yeah. And, we lost our train of thought, our focus. We started fouling. We weren't supposed to foul 42 and let him go to the line.
Right.
Just mental mistakes that it looked like we hadn't been in those type of games in a while, and that kind of showed. We kind of tensed up, and we're better than that. 5-on-6 drill all the way whenever they start trapping. We love that. I love traps. Go ahead and trap us. And
sure.
We'll get guys in position. We'll get layups, and we'll get free throws. And we didn't do that, unfortunately, tonight.
Well, just 5 turnovers on the night. And just to transition a little bit, Coach, you got a couple of SAC teams coming in.
Yeah.
The next couple of games to the Castle. And it'll be good to get back home.
Yeah.
Against a couple of very tough opponents.
Yeah, Lures is going to be tough. From here on out, it's going to be tough. So we gotta learn from this. Got to get better, and we got to fight from here on out. And it's the way it is. But these games will make us better. They'll be tough games for sure. We need some people out there in the Castle to root us on. And
very good.
We'll make a run at the next 4 games. See what we can get going into sectional.
That sounds great, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us here in the post-game show.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Randy Hawkins graciously joining us up here after a tough loss. Never an easy thing to do, Noah.
No, most definitely. The last thing you really want to do as a coach is just to talk about, what you did wrong and what your players did wrong. Coach Hawkins did a great job coaching tonight, and as you said, he did a great job scouting this Huntington North team.
Well, that'll do it from here at Huntington North. A little bit of an extended post-game show. And Derek, go ahead.
One more score. New Haven leads East Norwell now, 41-39 with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I could see New Haven pulling that one out.
Yep.
I believe that's at home.
Not sure about that one.
I think. Let's see. Yeah, that game is at New Haven. Tough place to play. So if they pull that out, it's 14. Half of the league will finish in first place in the first year of the NE8. Well, once again, your final here from Huntington North as they're turning out the lights on us. Huntington North 42, Norwell 36. We'll be back on tomorrow morning at about 9:45 with the girls' regional semifinal game. For Noah Tobias and Derek Decker, this is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.